On the edge of a quiet village surrounded by golden fields and whispering winds lived a little girl named Aisha. She was known for her gentle eyes and a heart that carried more kindness than most people twice her age. Her mother often said, "Aisha, a kind heart is like a basket. Whatever you put inside it, life returns to you." Aisha didn't fully understand what it meant, but she loved the way her mother smiled whenever she said it. Every morning, Aisha walked to school along a dusty path where she often saw people rushing, complaining, and sometimes ignoring each other. She wondered why it was so hard for people to be kind when it took so little effort. One day, as she was passing the old banyan tree near the entrance of the village, she noticed an old woman sitting by the roadside. Her clothes were torn, her hair tangled, and her eyes filled with exhaustion. Aisha's heart softened instantly. The woman looked up and whispered, "Child, do you have some water?" Aisha had only one small bottle, barely enough for her long walk to school. But without thinking twice, she handed it over. The woman drank slowly, carefully, as if each drop was precious. When she returned the bottle, empty but cherished, she touched Aisha's head with trembling hands. "May life always be gentle with you," she said. Aisha walked to school thirsty, but her heart felt strangely full. That night, she told her mother about the old woman. Her mother smiled softly. "You added kindness to your basket today. It will come back to you when you least expect it." Days passed, and Aisha continued her tiny acts of kindness, helping a boy pick up his books when he fell, sharing her lunch with a classmate who forgot hers, and feeding breadcrumbs to the birds that gathered near her window every morning. Her kindness never made the world stop, but it made a small corner of it warmer. One afternoon, while returning from school, dark clouds gathered unexpectedly. The sky roared and rain began pouring down with such force that the entire path home turned muddy and slippery. Aisha wrapped her schoolbooks in a cloth and hurried, but the strong wind knocked a branch onto her foot. Pain shot up her leg, and she fell near the same banyan tree where she had once helped the old woman. Her ankle throbbed badly. Tears filled her eyes, not from the pain alone, but from the fear of not being able to walk home. The rain grew heavier. Aisha tried standing but couldn't. She felt helpless. Just then, a figure approached through the rain. It was the same old woman. Her clothes were still worn, but her presence felt warm, almost protective. "Child, are you hurt?" she asked in a gentle voice. Aisha nodded, wiping her tears. Without hesitation, the woman bent down, placed Aisha's arm over her shoulder, and helped her stand. She supported her slowly, carefully, whispering soothing words as they took step after step toward the nearby shelter. Under the small tin roof, the woman tore a piece of cloth from her shawl and tied it gently around Aisha's ankle. The rain continued to pour, but Aisha felt safe. The woman stayed with her until the storm softened into a drizzle. "You helped me when I was thirsty," the woman said, her eyes glistening. "The world always returns what we give." Aisha remembered her mother's words. Her basket of kindness. As the rain stopped, a villager passing by recognized Aisha and immediately helped her get home. When her mother saw her limping, she rushed forward in worry. Aisha told her everything, about the fall, the storm, and the old woman who had helped her. Her mother listened quietly and then placed her hand on Aisha's cheek. "You see, what you kept in your basket has returned to you. Kindness never gets lost." The next day, Aisha and her mother prepared a small basket filled with food, warm clothes, and a bottle of clean water. They went to the banyan tree to find the old woman, but she was nowhere in sight. Villagers said she had left early that morning, walking toward the mountains. Aisha felt a mixture of sadness and gratitude. She wished she could thank her again. Weeks passed, and Aisha's kindness grew even more. She realized that being kind wasn't about getting something in return, it was about how beautiful it made life feel. She became known in the village as the girl with the basket of kindness, and her gentle nature inspired others to be a little softer, a little more caring. One winter morning, Aisha found a small cloth tied to her window. Inside it was a wooden bead bracelet and a folded note. With trembling fingers, she opened it. The handwriting was shaky but familiar. "Thank you for your kindness. You reminded me that the world still has gentle hearts. This bracelet belonged to my daughter. I give it to you so that you remember. Kindness travels farther than any journey." Aisha pressed the bracelet against her chest as tears warmed her face. She knew then that kindness didn't just return, it connected lives in ways she never imagined. And the basket she carried in her heart felt fuller than ever. From that day onward, Aisha promised herself one thing. No matter where life takes her, no matter how people behave, she would keep filling her basket with kindness, drop by drop, moment by moment, because somewhere, someone would feel its warmth, just like she once did under the storm. And so, the little girl with the humble heart grew into a reminder for her entire village. Kindness is the only thing that increases the more you share it.